Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and the highest honor to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Rawchaa Qadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone for teaching this truth, and shalom to all of you Akiam worldwide. So this is the brother Rawchaa from GMS Finland, and right now I'm on the move. I'm traveling. Right now I'm in Hamburg, and behind us or behind me is Planten und Blumen, little park out here in Hamburg, and I just visited the Akiam in Italy, the beautiful Akiam, the Yahawashi, the camp leader of GMS Italy, and also the very beautiful brother Rawchaa Qadash, and we went to Rome, the pure nest of wickedness. You know, you could see that place was pure evil, and through the spirit and power of Yahawashi, we arrived there, had a camp video in Italian language, and you know, we're able to put some curses to that spot, because at Vatican that is one of the 3 unclean frogs, and that is the spiritual center of Esau, as their economical center is Washington DC. No, Slovakia. Their economical center is London, and their military center is Washington DC. So right now I continue to move. I continue to stay on the move, and right now today I'm in Hamburg this morning, and this is why I have a scripture lined up with which I want to start. Just before, I wish to say that, you know, this is my first time doing a camp by myself. The first time overall was with the Akiam just this Sunday, or last Sunday in Rome, and this time is my first time by myself. And this video I will be making on English, but normally my videos and the teachings, they will be in the Finnish tongue, because in English, the laborers are plenteous. You know, there's so many videos in the English language, so I will be focusing on the Finnish language, because that one is needed. I perceive through the Spirit, and also I know the tongue of French, so I heard there is some brothers in Canada, GMS Canada, who speak French, and if you know their channel, bahasham, put it in the comment section down below, so I can check the brothers out, because I also have the plan to make videos in French language, because it's not many videos in the French language. I perceive, at least to my knowledge, there is no GMS France or GMS Belgium or something like that. So this is something also I want to do, but mainly in Finnish. But this video, however, as it is my first camp video out here in Hamburg, which I'm here just only for today, I will be making this in English. And yeah, the first scripture that I have lined up is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, verse 40. O my people, hear my word. Make you ready to the battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. So when it begins by O my people, whose people? The people of the Most High, Yahawashi. And it's very important to say here in the beginning that the name of the true God, of the true power, Almighty, is Yahawah, and the name of his son is Yahawashi. Not Jesus Christ, not any of these weak and beggarly elements, weak and beggarly words. And the name of the Most High is not just God. Period. His name is not Allah. His name is not the Yahawah or whatever you have to other religions or other names. But his name is Yahawah in the Rawchaa Qadash, Paleo Hebrew, and the name of his son is Yahawashi. Okay. So when it says, "Oh my people," who is the Most High's people? The Most High's people are Israelites. hear my word. Make you ready to the battle, and in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. So us, right now, we have to make ourselves ready to the battle. What battle? The battle of Jacob's trouble. We are going to see a trouble and a time which has not been, since the start of this world. This has been written in the book of Daniel, chapter 12, verse 1. And in those evils be even as pilgrims upon the earth. In those bad times, the word evil, it's a bad time. It means bad time. Be even as pilgrims upon the earth. And what is a pilgrim? A pilgrim is someone who is constantly on the move. As Yahawashi said, the birds have their nest, the foxes have their holes, but the Son of Man has no place to lay his head. So today is already a perfect example. Just yesterday I was with the Akiam in Italia. Right now I'm in Hamburg, Germany. Tomorrow I will be in Finland. And but the thing is mostly when there will be huge uncertainty. When they are going to push this mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip. After that there is not going to be norm for you because as you should refuse it. You should refuse the mark of the beast. You are not going to get the MOTB inserted. And you are on the side, they won't take this video down because this I'm going to put in YouTube, and before I put to Odyssey and BitChute and stuff like that. So I've been speaking freely, but I will now use the MOTBs and the C-hips and CHIPs and all of those. But yes, they're going to push that. And if and when, as you should refuse it, you are not going to be able to buy and sell. You are not going to be able to function in this society. And after that, you are not going to be able as well to pay your rent. So guess what? That's your house. You're not going to be able to pay for gas, so you're not able to drive. You are not able to go to a normal store or any store because you cannot buy or sell. So in that point, you just have to wholly and 100% depend on Yahawah. You have to depend on Yahawah providing for you, and as He will, as Yahawah, as they will for the elect. And as you don't have at that point, many of the Akiam will be homeless, if not all, because you cannot pay for rent. Maybe you will find different solutions, but mainly there will be huge uncertainties. So you have to get used to shed off the comfort zone. I have this home, I have this car, I have this workplace, I have worked here for 15 years, I have lived here for 15 years, I have driven this car for a new car, I have driven this car for 3 years, and I'm so comfortable with it, and this is how I see my future for the next 10 years. No, it's not going to be like that. You have to always be able to improvise, always be able to adapt to changes. You cannot know if this is the point. There's going to be so many uncertainties, so you have to be as pilgrims. You have to be totally just rely on Yahawah. It's like you just have to be like this and just try and fall, but trust that the Most High is going to back you up. I remember there was some you make this for fun. When I remember when I was younger, there's this little play or little game that you fall like this, and then you have a friend, and you make the deal. Your friend says that he will pick you up when you are about to fall, and he will put you up. But even then, still, it's scary. This is where faith comes in. That leap of faith. You have to be able to, trust and just trust on Yahawah and trust that as you are about to fall down or have no support system, as this current world system, this image of the beast is the support system. As you are about to disconnect yourself from that, after that, you have to trust that Yahawah is going to catch you and take care of you. Okay? And in those deals. So let me get some other precepts right quick. Just a moment. Because I would like to use my phone for Blue Letter Bible, but as I'm using it for recording, I just have to go by the Spirit, by the remembrance, memory, by the memory. Okay, so this book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy power. The Lord thy power has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. And he's talking about the 12 tribes of Israel. And mainly in this time, and not mainly, but only in this time, the elect of the nation of Israel, starting with the 144,000. And then being followed up by the 1/3 and the great multitude. But you see here is the 12 tribes of Israel from Judah all the way down to Issachar. This is the holy people unto the Lord Yahawashi Yahawashi. You know, it's not like in Christianity or even in other religions that you can just so-called convert, because it's not about that. It's about when you're born, whether you are Israelite or whether you are not. It's very simple. If you are born and you are Hamite, it's impossible for you to receive the blessings and be delivered up to those chariots when Yahawashi comes with the angels. It's impossible. You cannot convert, you cannot do anything. Or let's use even more so the example of Edomites, the Esau, the so-called white man. Majority of the white men are Edomites. And or let's put it like this: the white man, they are Esau, Edom, but amongst those white men are also, and this white race, so-called white race, are also members of another nations. But for the most part, Edomites, they look like the so-called white man. So for them, if you are born as an Edomite, because the lineage goes by your father, let me try and see if I can get that. You know, you cannot be counted among the people. You know, you cannot be. You cannot be with us. You know, you cannot be with Israel, because already, remember, in the womb of Rebecca, Jacob and Esau struggled, as Apostle Tahar said. You know, they were having a UFC match in the belly of Rebecca. So for Esau and Jacob, for Jacob and Esau, it's impossible to dwell in peace. There is perpetual hatred, you know, as it says in Ezekiel chapter 35. And the perpetual hatred is not only from Esau toward us Israelites, but it's also from us Israelites toward Esau, man. The energies they just don't sync, they just don't connect. It's impossible for us to dwell in unity and peace with our enemy, because it's our main enemy according to the book of Psalms, chapter 83. And not only that, but just look at the history. You know, you don't even have to go to the Bible to see who is the enemy of the so-called Negroes, of the so-called Latinos, of the so-called Native American Indians. That's just some plain facts. Let me see. It's Numbers 1 and 18. I'm trying to search for the scripture where it says that the lineage, your lineage is by your father. Gone. So this is the book of Numbers, chapter 1, verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month, and they declared their pedigrees after their families by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names from 20 years old and upward by their poll. So this is just to confirm that, you know, it doesn't matter if your mother is a Moabite, Ammonite, Ishmaelite, or of any nation, you know, so-called Chinese, so-called Japanese or Arab. But what makes the difference is your father, because the seed comes from your father. It's the same in agriculture. Let's say you are planting some cucumbers. It doesn't matter if you are in a field in Germany, or if you are in a field in Italy, or if you are in a field in Argentina. If you're going to plant cucumbers, you're going to get cucumbers. And the men have the seed. In this example, the seed of cucumber, or the planting system of cucumber. And the mother is the field. So the field is neutral. It's neutral, and the father is what makes the difference. It's what gives the spirit within you. Yes, from mother also comes, your looks, your appearance, But the spirit, it comes from the father, from the seed. That defines your nationality. So, just to wrap this up, let me see, because through the spirit, I will continue. Rawchaa, I will continue. I will just a moment. I will look for some scriptures that I. Just a moment. Okay, let me go to a couple of more scriptures. Yeah, Yahawashi, because I was about to wrap up, but then I was like, but the spirit was like, why not get a couple of scriptures more? So this is the book of Zechariah, chapter 8, verse 11. But now will I not be unto the residue of this people as in the former days, saith the Lord of hosts. Verse 12. For the seed shall be prosperous, the vine shall give her fruit, and the ground shall give her increase, and the heavens shall give their dew, and I will cause the remnant of this people to possess all these things. So this is just a scripture for the elect. The elect are the ones that are going to get beamed up to the ships when Yahawashi and the angels, come back, as it is written in the book of Matthew, chapter 24. And when you read here, one verse above, the book of Zechariah, chapter 8, verse 10, is speaking basically about the curses, about the misfortunes, about the how do you call it? All of the bad time that and the punishments that the Israelites have been now, suffering for a long time. For a long time, when this Renaissance began, it is from that point on that that little season from Revelation 20 that the so-called white man has had in the ruling seat, which is about to go to an end. Is from that point that the Israelites have been suffering a lot. But as it says in the verse 11 and 12, but now I will not be unto the residue of this people, the Israelites. And when it says residue, it means the elect, just a part, not all of the people, but just a part of them. As in the former days, saith the Lord of hosts, For the seed shall be prosperous, the vine shall give her fruit, and the ground shall give her increase, and the heavens shall give their dew, and I will cause the remnant of this people to possess all these things. So in the kingdom we're going to have total abundance, and starting from the elect of the nation of Israel, so not all. And in the same book of Zechariah, it also speaks about 1/3 being passed through the fire, as gold is tried in the fire, but the 2/3 that are going to be destroyed are going to be cut off, and that's talking about America. So the majority of the Israelites, they are not going to make it. From America is going to be 1/3, and worldwide is going to be, members of the 144,000, and also members of the great multitude, but we don't know the specific number, but we know the numbers in America, and already we can see that the majority of the people of the Israelites, they are not going to make it, because they are caught up on wickedness. As the brother Yahawah from Italy beautifully said, they want the piece of the pie. They want a piece of the pie of this today's world. They wanna be included. They wanna be, living their best life. Fuck all that. Fuck all that. So this is the book of Zechariah chapter 8, verse 13. And it shall come to pass that as you were a curse among the heathen, among the other nations, O house of Judah and house of Israel. So the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom, both of us, have been a curse among the other people. Byword and reproach, as it says in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28. Not accepted, disrespected upon, even more harshly, raped, robbed, and murdered. But in today's world, we are slaves with paper bondage. We have to have a passport and these security numbers, these birth certificates, this identification number. I don't know how you say it in English, but you get the point. And this is, how we are registered, and we are slaves. We are not free. We are slaves and surveilled in this system of today. But it's going to be confirmed by the MOTB, by ESO, and that is the point. And already the jumpy choice for the COVID-19, the jumpy choice that they pushed already, that one you should not have taken. But if you did take, is not a good situation, but it's not the MOTB. The MOTB is the CHIP, MICROCHIP. But if you did take the jumpy choice, the liquid, the serpent's liquid for the COVID-19, it's already an indication that you trust this system, and you trust the so-called science and medical breakthroughs of the white man. So it's the forecast is that most likely you will also take the CHIP, because you are going to be pushed to do so. And most important is the pressure, because they're going to say that if you don't take these things, you're going to catch hell. You're going to be excluded from the society. You're just going to have to figure it out in some other way. And we have Yahawashi as our hope, so we're good. But many people, they lack faith, and they're going to break down, especially these women. So Rakia for that. But yes, so we cannot take the MOTB. And the elect is not going to take the MOTB. It's already written, so it's already sealed. Okay, let me move on. Zechariah chapter 8, verse 13. And it shall come to pass that as you were a curse among the heathen, O house of Yahawah and house of Yasharah, so will I save you, and ye shall be a blessing. Fear not, but let your hands be strong. And the Apostle Tahar went into this, to be blessed. When you say barakatah, it actually goes that you're going to have slaves. So we're going to have slaves. The other nations are going to be as the slaves of Israel. Starting with Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, they're going to catch the hardest slavery, and as they did to us, is going to be rendered double unto them. So just wait, Esau, just wait. Right now, when there's some situation you're being disrespected, there's some situation that you notice that you're getting so-called fucked over by the system of today, and there is these misjustices as they are everywhere. We say okay, because we know it's temporary, and just wait, Esau, just wait, so-called white man. Table is going to be turned. As it says in the book of Jeremiah, I believe it's chapter 30, and also Revelation chapter 13, verse 9 on down. Very beautiful scriptures. Let me just check that it's the book of Jeremiah 30, because I'm quite sure, but I want to be totally sure. Yeah, just quick side note, these people are so lost that the people of today, the everyday people, that this park where I'm at, it's actually, I walked through it real quick. It's a very beautiful park. It's very beautiful plants, and of course, as it is in the city, it's polluted. There is a little bit of trash and shit like that, but still, it's empty. I saw just a couple of people, some children tour maybe with their kindergarten, but other than that, just a couple people. And when you go to the shopping centers, when you go to the malls, when you go to the places where it's very polluted and shitty energy, when it's like this metropolitan vibe, this mother city convenience vibe, you see a whole lot of people, in the clubs, in the sporting events, which entertainment for once in a while, it's nothing wrong with that, but to really love it and want to partake in it, that's bullshit. But just an example that this beautiful park, you see just very little people in it. People are not appreciating the things that are green. And when I say green, I don't mean the color green, but which has a pleasant, which has a pleasant sound in it, or pleasant smell coming from it. And you can compare that to the truth. Many people are focused on different so-called spiritualities, different life paths. They are caught on with their careers. They caught on with the affairs of this world. They have put all their chips into this world, and no pun